Charity Dean in studio with us.
Yes,
Charity, good morning.
Good morning. What up, though, y'all?
Hey, what up?
Though? You had a good week?
I had an excellent week, and it's hot, so
And
I
it's
like
hot.
it.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I saw you on Facebook. You were with Jocelyn Bill. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, yesterday, Governor Moore was here from Maryland. Yeah, and we had a conversation with some black businesses at Morningside Cafe, a black-owned cafe on the east side.
Okay.
Love that
And
place.
we were talking about just getting ready and what's necessary in 2026 and what we need in the state of Michigan. And he started talking about some of the stuff they're doing for black businesses in Maryland. I was surprised.
Like what? What got you to
He
believe?
was saying that they increased the percentage of contracts for minority-owned businesses from like 30-something% to 70-something% under his leadership, and they're like the #1 state for black businesses. So we got a long way to go in Michigan, but it was dope.
Tell people your official title.
Yes, I am the president and CEO of the Michigan Black Business Alliance.
You brought a guest with you today.
I did. I brought my buddy Damon. How you doing, Damon?
What up, though?
What up, Dean?
Hi, Damon. What's
All right,
up?
Damon, tell us what you do.
I'm the founder and CEO of Hired Muscle Logistics, Labor, and Moving. We're a mostly commercial moving company in the city of Detroit.
Wow.
Hey, I tell everybody we lift, relocate, repeat. We demonstrate that strong guys with big trucks add value anywhere, every day. That's Hired Muscle.
How long have you been in that type of business?
You know what? I've been in the business for, we're going to say a solid 9 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just one of those things. I believe inside of every problem is an opportunity. And I was in that Pingree Park area, near Indian Village and all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Basically Mac Van Dyke.
Yeah.
And we had people thought, a lot of people felt like gentrification was a real problem. And in some instances it is, but to address that, you have to see the opportunity as well. So these are a bunch of people who come from out of state or nowhere near Detroit. I've never been in Detroit their whole lives. Now they're living in Detroit, and now they're a little scared, they're a little skittish, and they don't know anybody who can help them with goods and services. Wow. So I just said, okay, if I provide a quality service, because my background was international logistics, right? So I was like, if I can coordinate air charters and ocean freights, to the big three, I can figure out how to move your piano without tearing it up locally. You know what I mean? So that's what we did. We saw the problem, we stepped in there and seized the moment.
You almost had a 10-year anniversary.
Yes.
So now you said commercial mostly. Now, can residential use you, or how does that work?
Absolutely. Residents can use me. Actually, have you ever gotten an opportunity and you were like, you saw it in your mind and you're like, this is what I want. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And then it finally happens and you're like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just do something else. So that's how the movement thing happened with me. I was doing so many huge estates in Indian Village, and I thought that's what I wanted. And when I realized those people did not align with, all of them did not align with my values or my mission. Or really embrace my communities. Not some, but not all, right? Too many for my taste. So we started lining it up with the Detroit Housing Coalition more often, and our primary customers, which is the city of Detroit and Wayne Metropolitan, right? And, going from mostly moving mansions and high-end office space at KMAC downtown to going into situations where people are having their absolute worst day, when the bailiffs are at the door, when the dumpster's outside and people are crying and screaming. My guys do a great job with the logistics, but a lot of times my primary thing, the main thing I need to do is hold somebody's hand.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I need to hold somebody's hand, tell them it's going to be okay. We're going to take care of your things.
That's right.
That's when we like what you're saying when we give you a
That is amazing.
Hit that bill a couple times, man.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Charity,
Yes.
how did you and Damon find each other?
So Damon is a member of the Michigan Black Business Alliance.
Hey.
That's right. And so he's participated in our programming, and it's just dope, right, to see a Black-owned business doing these types of things, logistics. He's also got another company. Damon, why don't you tell him about your other company?
That's it. You pitch.
Okay.
You pitch, sis. I'm going to hit it.
Right.
All right. So we... our biggest thing is creating jobs in the hood. I often say that we're on mission without permission, right? Because when we launched, it was so many people. It was like we had a great evangelical Christian organizations in my neighborhood. Mac Development is one. Taproot is another. But a lot of times they were like, you know what? We want you to be, tied to the church, tied to religion, and No, I said we want to be on mission without anyone's permission.
Yeah.
I don't care how you pray. I don't care what you
Right.
do in your spare time. We want to be able to provide you gainful employment and put our arms around you so that you can come as you are, right? And we don't have to deal with anybody else's politics or however they feel about faith. So we, in addition to Hired Muscle carrying that torch, we launched Yard Boss. That's Yard Boss Detroit. Yard Boss Detroit. Got to be specific about that. All Detroit's all-purpose landscaping solutions. So yeah, Yard Boss, and we partner with probably the biggest property management company in the state, Zest.
So you take care of property lawn care from, is it winter, summer, is it all year round, and then you hire people? How's it all work?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We go year round, summer, winter. You know what I mean? This is our first year, so my Yard Boss is a baby. Hired Muscle in 9 years. He's a preteen, right? So Hired Muscle can take care of itself. You know what I mean? So